I finally got some time only because it's the holidays. Now the question is this gonna be a good ending to the season? Honestly, with the entire dumpster fire, which was the last episode, I don't know. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Myogi, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday, as this is gonna be my last gift to you guys for this year. Welcome back to another episode of Myogi Genuinely Reacts to MF Ghost. Now, should we even recap what happened on the last episode? Because if you ask me, I don't want to think back to that dumpster fire. And is Kanata's 8'6" look, the number on his 8'6", doesn't that look smaller compared to previous iterations? I'm seeing some visual inconsistencies here. I just want to point that out because this is not normal. This is not normal, okay? But anyway, going back. So Kanata broke his arm. Well, I wouldn't say break, more like fractured injury that's gonna be a big handicap to the boy. I know. Up to this point, I still do not like how they handled it. An artificial debuff to our boy. And who do we blame for this? I don't want to be the one to point fingers, but for this case, I need to point a finger. Ren is the only culprit here. You see, this is why you should have stuck with Nozomi, alright? Right? Ren, she belongs in the streets. I know, we should be... I should be spreading festive cheer here, but I'm gonna make one exception to the rule because she is an absolute thug. Anyway, going back now. So, in the last season, in the final episode of the last season, we ended with a qualifier. But for this case, we have already finished the qualifiers. And I would make a safe bet that this is gonna stop by the midpoint of the race. I know, for those who have already watched, yes, I may sound like I'm spoiling it, but I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, okay? Don't spread it on the comments just yet. But anyway, time to see the end of Season 2 with Turn 24. Okay, starting off with a technicality here. Now, Kanata's plan, as he said just a few seconds ago, is that he is going to jump straight to third gear from first gear. Now, is that a viable strategy? I would say it is a case-to-case basis, but the normal driving dictates that you should not be skipping gears. It should always be in the sequential manner of gear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there is no rule that says you cannot jump between gears. And my concern there, though, is if it would break the car. But given that Kanata's the one recommending this, I would say it doesn't, but at the same time, I would also kind of discourage it so that there won't be any, troubles or driving habits that entail jumping gears. Holding on to a higher gear in a low speed, yeah, I guess that's fine. That is somewhat of a strategy, especially to reduce wheel spin. But for this case, I know, it's a bit of a gray line. I believe that is like this one. I would say this one is slightly a bit of a throwback to two particular initial driving styles, particularly Cool Vibrations and God Hand. Or in the Japanese dub, they say God Arm. where primarily Kanata here is going to be focusing steering with his right hand. His left hand, the broken hand, is just going to be there to support. It's kind of like basketball. You use your right, if you're a right hand basketball player, you use the right hand to do the motions. The left hand is simply just there to assist or to support. Not necessarily primarily your main mode of function when it comes to shooting or passing. Correction! Correction, Okuyama. Some people actually in the comment section on the last episode, they did clarify that it is somewhat between both the team and the driver. Now, sometimes the head of the team is usually the ones who are not driving. Now, in terms of overall authoritative decision making, Ogata owns the car. And the car is registered on him. Kanata is simply the driver. Now, even if the driver contests, if the owner dictates no, in normal cases, they should follow the owner. Not just the owner of the car, but the owner of the team. Chief Mechanic only is there to give some technical justifications whether or not to continue. The driver has no choice but to follow the crew chief head. And if he really insists, he needs to give a proper justified reason or excuse to continue on their sad sorry state. But this is an anime. Of course, Kanata's gonna be the one to call the shots. Wait, hold on. Is there like a Japanese translation for starting grid? But you know what? For the sake of this, I'm not gonna add that to the counter. We have to praise the Nozomi waistline one last time for this season. Kanata! Don't you dare take out Nozomi's charm! Okay? After what happened, even if you guys are close, your current condition is the reason why you're in your current condition. Take out the Ren charm, please. Take out the Ren charm. Alright, adding that in. And it's not mistake, it's hullabaloo. No! No! You bumbling buffoon! The last rage bait in Christmas Eve. Thanks, Kanata, you ruined my holiday! To threaten the reigning king. Is Wataru really overpraising Mikhail Balatro? Oh, stop dick riding him, please. Hold up! Hold the frick up. I know they have the driver debriefing before the start of each race. Didn't anyone notice Kanata's awkward movement with his left hand? I mean, there's no way he would be esports posing throughout the entire meeting and walking into the car. Surely people would have picked it up, like Aiba, Nozomi, Kakeru, Taylor. I mean, the ones who were in his good side. Alright, let's put Mr. 17 in the middle of everyone. But shouldn't anyone notice? Or is there no briefing that's happening this time around? Bull crap! Kanata! I'm fuming. I am absolutely fuming right now. Yeah, it's 100% your fault. No, what gave you that idea? We do! We do! Too late for that, Ren! Yeah, that's what you deserve! Alright? You may be inexperienced, immature, a 17-year-old, but that's no excuse! Alright? Live up to your own mistakes, Sayonji! Yo! Akaba! Damn, that reaction time! That was like that close to Kanata's rear bumper. Bro! Akaba Kaido just got plus points in my book! Did you guys not even notice on debriefing? You know what? I am sticking to the theory that there was no debriefing this time around. At the same time, even without the injury, because it is a long-ass straight road into the tunnel, even without the injury, I am pretty sure Akaba, Ishigami, and Oishi, in a straight road, could have overtaken Kanata even if he is in his peak form. No, it's just common sense. 300 against 600 horsepower. Oh my god, I forgot anime logic. There is one thing that Ogata, Okuyama, nor Kanata brought up with regards to shifting. Okay, sure, the pulling and pushing of the stick is one thing. But didn't anyone take to account how fast his feet should be moving between the clutch and the gas pedal? Like, for example, even if you do lightning shifts, but if your feet are god-ass slow, it would still lag the car. Because even with an injured arm, Kanata can just simply, like that. His right foot on the gas, his left foot on the clutch. He does the lightning shift that way, even amidst the pain. Or are you telling me that the veins of his foot are aligned with the veins on his elbow? So if the elbow creaks, so does the foot. I thought his injury... Kanata, be real with me here. Is your injury really just the arm, or are you hiding something from everyone that your injury is also on the foot? Be real with me here. Right? Because even if you have delays in this, like as soon as it clicks to the fourth gear, even if you are slow in the arm, the one that opens the gates to the next gear is usually the clutch pedal. How quick you open and close on the clutch. Why is no one explaining this? You know, Wataru, the only reason you're saying that is because that is your bread and butter back in initially second, fourth, and fifth stage. Well, technically he did not race in fifth stage, but you get my point. Okay, this is one thing that is kind of unreal for me. Again, long ass straight. Kaito Akaba, hello? Why are you bidding your sweet ass time against a 320 horsepower Cayman, an under 300 Alpine A111S? You're in 600, my guy. You should be like butt to ass cheek with the Alpine. Or are you simply gonna tell me what sort of magic hullabaloo is Mikhail Balatro doing to stay out in the lead in a long-ass straight road? Oh yeah, okay, Ishigami, you get plus points as well for that reaction time. You know what? As much as I want to do a reaction time counter there, I might refrain. Somebody just tally for me in the comments, thank you. Again, is no one going to address it when they had... You know, they got so lenient. Round 1, round 2, they had obligatory debriefings. I'm really confidently sure there was no debriefing. They did not check the condition of the drivers. Takumi, didn't you teach Kanata God hands, one hand steer? We do not talk about Otani Yosuke, alright? That sounds like a you problem, Oishi. Your Huracan is just fat. Okay, so he had no reaction shifting from second to third gear. The boy should be fine right now. Hello? Yo! 200 points for best girl. Nice overtake. Nice overspeed. She, Aiba, she, did you not remember that the Alpha's driven by a woman? The zombie's just impressing me better and better after each passing race. The fact that Kyoko addresses Kanata as Ren's housemate is kind of funny. Well, at least to Filipino standards, because just a bit of the trivia for those who are not familiar with Philippine TV culture. One of the channels that we have locally here is what we call Pinoy Big Brother, or I don't know what's the direct translation for Pinoy, but it's like Filipinos Big Brother or Big Brother Filipino edition, where all of the people who gathered in that one house and slowly get eliminated one after the other due to activities is addressed as housemates. So yeah, it's a bit of a Filipino inside joke. It's jealousy over best girl. She can't accept the fact that best girl Nozomi is better. Yes! It is hilarious! Oh, you know what? For the guy in the prod team who added that applause soundbite, props to you. You need a promotion. You need to be up to assistant director for that one. Ren, can't you just be straight with Kyoko and explain the unintentional isekaiing? You know, I just realized, like right behind the banner there, they could have just do a bit of a bigger shortcut. Or is that not allowed because that's like out of bounds? You know, to be honest, I'm kinda rooting for my Zono here. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Really? What made you think that? Huh? Yes! Exactly! Wait, why is she answering in such a deep tone? Wait, hold up. Sorry, I'm interrupting Ren's interview for obvious reasons. Really, just don't like the girl. But can we just notice how suddenly the line art of these two girls right here got so absolutely thin? It's like it's drawn by a different person. Wasn't there any quality control on the line art thickness here? Can't they just like update that before colorists come into play? Or post-prod? Hello? See, right there, it is thicker. I'm starting to think Daigo Oishi knows nothing about cars other than a Ferrari and a Lamborghini. I know that's a common Kanata thing to say, but we're still adding that in because that's the rules. You know, this kind of commentary really solidifies the fact that, one, no one bothered to check on Kanata before the race, like driver briefing. That's poor management of UMFG. And two, 200% solidifies the fact that this is a high RPM single turbine installed on the 86 GT. Wataru's not even commenting on the turbo! Hey, props to Yanagita, right, for making this an honorable match. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of plus points for anyone except Kanata right now. Is no one gonna comment on how Yanagita switched to the M4 DTM is a good idea? Guys, you're missing out on proper lore dropping here, okay? You guys are doing so bad! Hey, I know this track, the final game! You know, it's kind of weird calling them cornering wizards while they're on a high-speed corner. Hello? Wait, hold up! Your M4 is 800 horsepower? What? Wait, I have to listen intently to the audio. Gohyaku bariki. Subs got it wrong. He only has 500 horses on that M4. There's no way that's 800. The only reason he inherits Gunma pride is all because of Fuji water. Wait, shut a minute. Can we go back? Since when did Kakeru overtake? It's a win! Oh, come on, Sawatari. What do you think he is? God? Of course he's not gonna make it in just yet. Didn't you just listen to the chatter of your comms guy? Come on, you have to fight Mikhail Balatro all on your own. No, seriously, Kakeru, when did you overtake Nozomi? When were you Kyodais? You just met a few days ago! You barely interacted! You're not Kiryu, he's not Nishiki. I mean, he's not Kiryu, you're not Nishiki. You didn't spend 10 years in the joint, my, Sena. Most meaningful last place in MFG history. That he's not even dead last. Didn't you, like, say that at the start of the race, Ren? I mean, of course he would. Straight road. Is that Ryosak? Wait! That's the only distraction scene that we got. Something's wrong here. Correction? Balatro and Sawatari did not pass you? And adding that last over to the counter. Wait, hold up. Why are we playing Sawatari's theme? And of course, they're gonna interrupt it there. And that's like what? Just lap 2? Lap 2 of the Manazuru race? Okay, one of the minus points that... There's a lot of minus points that I'm gonna give about this episode, alright? Well, the first and foremost, one, no Yu Serizawa line, so no Nozomi screen... Well, we only had one Nozomi screen time session. And I'm not talking about her waistline, okay? The second one, the whole taboo thing, sorry, I'm at a loss of words, sir. I'm at a loss of words, okay? You just let the boy be. If anything, Nozomi's charm helped him in the qualifying. He should have picked Nozomi's charm in the race to help with his competitive spirit. But no, thanks to Stockholm Syndrome, he had to pick Ren's charm for safety. Sorry, I'm just that livid. The third one, no one in the MFG board, the staff, the host, the commentator, whoever's the guy inside the bus of the briefing session, didn't bother to check on Kanata or the other. I'm really, really certain there was no driver's briefing. Alright, that's the third one. Fourth one, okay? We talked a lot about the time of shifting gears. If we think back to God Arm and how he drives, he always has his hand on the gearbox. Now, what dictates his quick shifting skills, quick gear changing skills, other than having his hand ready in the gearbox and a proper clutch and transmission, clutch and flywheel? Simply put, it is his clutch work, his footwork. So I would actually assume that the clutch and flywheel of the 86 GT, there is no problem. Kanata's leg is no problem. Really, why is it no one addressing how deep or how long his foot should be in the clutch to switch gears? I mean, it is the gateway to open up to the next gear. It's not the shifting. It's the quick, lightning fast timing of stepping and letting go of the clutch would dictate how quick he shifts gears. All right. So, well, okay. Case in point, the pain that Kanata suffers when changing gears is one factor, but the clutch pressing is another. Nobody addressed that. Wataru, the 86 turbo expert, did not bother explaining the kind of turbo that Kanata has in his 86 GT to justify whether or not his performance in shifting gears is poor. Because if that is a low-speed turbo, that would have compensated the loss of torque at the bottom gear or the bottom revs. So, safe to say, even in qualifying, that turbo is high RPM, so it really plays against Kanata's favor. What are the other minus points? Right, no trash talk from Mikhail Balatro in the season finale. That's another minus. It was all Sawatari, and Sawatari being like, I'm gonna use you / tag team with you, Kanata. Where the frick are you now? Simply put, he's just going, where are you? I'm so sorry for kissing your number 7. But yeah, none of that, right? Like, that is a lot of minuses I have noticed on this one. Oh yeah, forgot, the biggest minus of it all, Ren herself. And that interview that suddenly went so deep and so self-actualizing. If we're gonna look at the plus points here, one of the biggest plus that I did notice that stuck with me is the comedic timing of Kyoko's reaction to Ren's explanation. That, coupled with the audience applause, was the best thing that I've ever seen here. What else do we have? Wait. That last one is also another minus. The cut away to Ryo-suck in the hospital. We were given an idea. It gives us an inkling. The last time we heard Ryo-suck was at season 1. I think it was a qualifying for Odawara Pike's Peak. And we never heard from Ryosuke ever again. And all of a sudden, he has a speaking line at the season finale of season 2? That's just a weird and poor cutaway. Like, so much so... Oh yeah, one last minus. No one explaining Takuya Yanagida's change from the M6 to the M4. No explanation whatsoever. I mean, to be fair, we never did have an explanation to why Yosuke Otani switched from the AMG GT to the AMG GTR in Ashinoko GT. Because it barely did crap. But then again, that's like playing on Oishi syndrome. So what are my thoughts on this season finale? It's a jumbled mess. Alright? Oh yeah, another minus. God, it's just minus after minus. Estoy minus. The pacing. It got so fast, real quick, as soon as Sawatari, Akaba, and Balatro switched off into lap 2. Suddenly, we are now halfway, a third way through lap 2. This like plays so far from the long-ass 1.5 episodes of lap 1 of Ashinoko GT, and now to this. Am I missing something here? So, what are my, but overall, so we've covered the finale. Overall, what are my thoughts on Season 2? Well, I would say halfway through, a majority of the Ashinoko GT, it was executed well. And some parts made sense, some parts didn't. Like, for example, Akaba, oh my god, that's another minus! Akaba Kaito with a long-ass straight road with a 600 horsepower Ferrari could not keep up with Sawatari's Alpine and Balatro's Cayman. Anime logic. Anime logic. You can't mix real-life car logic with anime logic and expect it to make sense. Akaba should have been ass to ass with Balatro and Sawatari, but no! Not even on that straight road that's gonna happen. What's he thinking? Not to mention Ishigami and Oishi. Oishi slipstreaming behind Ishigami to get closer to Akaba. That's not gonna happen either. Not even a comment from Maizono when he passed Kanata at the end of this post-credit scene. Woo! I thought the last episode was the one that's gonna keep me livid and it ends there, but no! It got added into this final episode. But, okay, so what are we going to be anticipating for Season 3? Which let's assume it's gonna come out again on October of next year. So what are we gonna be expecting here? Okay, one obvious thing. Ryo-suck is gonna make his visual appearance on Season 3. I'm gonna bet on that. Emma Green will definitely debut on Season 3. Now, you've seen the unofficial character sheet of Emma Green. It was written unofficial, so it is fan-made. Felix Studios, bring that artist into your prod team. She made Emma Green so well received. That better be her final art. That better be her final character design. We need to see that animated, okay? If you botch her the way you botched Ren, none of us. May God forgive you, but I won't. We won't. Because that was a really good fan depiction of Emma Green. It's like the mix of Nozomi and Agnes Beckenbauer combined. That should be Emma when we see her in season 3. And okay, one of the blind things that I'm looking forward to is how they will render Emma Green's Aston Martin. And I hope, and I know this is a bit of a taboo thing for adaptations from manga to anime, but I hope some parts of Ren and Kanata's relationship, they deviate from the source material for it to be well or better received by the audience. Because, let's face it, the Shigeno material of their relationship is just horrible. I have no words to say about it. But anyway, that's enough rambling from me about what to expect from Season 3 and my overall thoughts for this final episode. How about you guys? How did you feel about this final episode? And do you think some of the points that I raised should have been addressed as well? Or not? For it to make perfect sense. Not just with Kanata's case, but for others, especially Yakaba Kaito. But anyway, leave your replies, your feedbacks, violent reactions, I know there will be, in the comments below. I'm gonna read them out and probably do some likes or reacts. And I will see you guys in next time when Season 3 debuts. For the meantime, please enjoy the rest of my other videos, of my other series, Let's Plays, and, well, everything under the sun. Till then, this is Myogi saying see you guys next time.